So, I bet you're kind of wondering, like, what the hell? This is a show about movies and toys and stuff like that. That's my cat. Anyway, why am I in the shower, you ask? Well, it's because I was going to review this movie, and it's called The Deep Ones. Specifically H.P. Lovecraft's The Deep Ones. And the movie starts out with a woman running naked down the beach. So I thought, fair's fair. I've seen that woman naked, and I've seen the star of the movie naked several times now. So, let's just get on a level, and I'm going to talk about The Deep Ones. All right. Hold up. We got to give this one more shot. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Monkey Shine Lab. As you can see, I've tried to review this film about 3 or 4 times now. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Monkey Shine Lab. Got a movie review today for you. We're going to be taking a look at H.P. Lovecraft's The Deep Ones. And as you could see by the intro, I've tried to do this review about 3 or 4 times now. And in fact, today I've probably restarted about 3 or 4 times. Why has it been so difficult to talk about this movie? Probably because I just, I don't have anything particularly negative to say about it, but I've just been struggling to figure out what to say positive about it. And I think that that's just what I'm going to say about it, is that it's very difficult to pick this film out of an H.P. Lovecraft lineup. It does nothing original. And I understand that the subject matter that, as it's been taken, it's one of the easier Lovecraftian concepts to produce. The story is about 2 young folks who go down and rent an Airbnb to try to get their lives back together after a failed pregnancy, and they end up running into a sea-worshipping cult that worships Cthulhu and Dagon and, other things. But see, that's, again, the problem, too. If you're going to make something Lovecraftian, don't reference Lovecraft's work. That was the second sort of failing outside of some of the special effects in this thing. They make direct reference to Lovecraft and his works and his poetry. And when you're trying to do that inside of a Lovecraft-inspired story, it takes me out of it, because if I'm familiar with any of that stuff, I start thinking about Lovecraft and about his writings, not about your movie and your writing. So that was a problem too. And then one of the next things that I want to talk about is just purely because we do this on this channel. We talk about renew, reuse, and recycle all the time. I got this. I got it through the internet, but you can pick up this film at any box store. And this is the outer cardboard sleeve. Okay, this went out over the saran wrapped keep case, which has the exact same front and back artwork on it. If you're going to do this kind of thing, at least make it worth keeping, because once I've slipped this off and I realize it's the same artwork on both things, I'm not going to keep this. As you can see behind me, I have a lot of DVDs, and you start to add up all of this paper width, and believe it or not, after a while, it makes a difference. Also, it's just a pain in the ass to take it out of this slipcase. If I wanted this kind of difficulty and etc., I'd buy. Basically, if you're going to do this kind of thing, please make sure and understand that the artwork should be different. Make a reason for this stuff, because otherwise it just looks like you're trying to blow up your product in the box store next to everybody else's. This does not add perceived quality to your product. Not anymore. I don't know if it ever did. But stop. Stop with this. And you didn't have to spend money on this. You could have taken the extra money that you spent on this and spent a little bit more on some of the visual effects. You know, I am not some Star Wars nerd who needs computer-generated effects and all of that crap. I like Godzilla films from the 60s. So, please don't take this as some kind of snobbery, all right? But the film was well produced. There were obviously talented people behind it. Richard Band, who provided the music, is, you know, part of Full Moon. There's a lot of talent here. There are some old school TV and film actors in this movie even. Okay? There's a lot of weight behind this. So why wasn't it better? I look at the Shadow over Innsmouth, Dagon sort of thing, and I feel like it's been trod, okay? They chose to make this movie, I would assume, because they had a lot of the locations available to them. One of the main stars owns that beach house. So, I like it. Neat house. Great front door. You know, a lot of the location work was sort of, you know, on somebody's property. Like, what's his name did that Shakespeare in his backyard a few years ago. Look, I'm not going to give anything away about the film. If you're not familiar with a lot of the other H.P. Lovecraft movies, and if you're not familiar with a lot of the H.P. Lovecraft stories already, then, you know, you're going to find something about this movie that you're going to like. Expect cheaply produced effects. So you got to like that. So if you're a Full Moon fan, you're going to be okay with this. But if you're a Star Wars nerd, go somewhere else. It's not a bad horror movie. It's just not a great horror movie. And the other thing I would like to talk about is that, you know, because of the last, say, 20 to 30 years of Lovecraft filmmaking and Brian Usna and crew being out there making things like From Beyond and Reanimator, there's this concept that Lovecraft's work is fearful of vaginas, and that there needs to be a sexual side to these films, that there needs to be a lot of nudity and stuff like that. And I can't believe I'm going to say this, but there does not need to be tits. It's just how they started out getting produced, and now everybody does it. Everybody but the college kids who can't spend the money on a model taking her top off for the shot. I'm not a filmmaker. I just go watch a lot of movies, and this is now another H.P. Lovecraft film that I have reviewed that has gone on just a bit too long. But I'd like to say that it was a better film, but to me it really isn't. If you're going to look for this story, just go watch Brian Usna's Dagon. Okay? It's the almost same exact story in so many different ways, but just produced better. Everybody's had a shot at this story. And Cool Air too. Let's try some of his different works out there, people. You won't be sad it's on your shelf, but it's $10 at just about every box store that I could find, and it's widely available. So head on out and pick it up if you like, but now you know what you're going to be looking at. Anyway, thanks for coming out to the Monkey Shine Lab. We'll see you next time. Bye.